Hi, welcome to another episode of Practicing with Patanjali. Today, I wanted to talk about Abhyasa and Vairagyam. So, I've been getting really into studying the Yoga Sutra because we just made a new course with Yoga Journal on their digital platform. So, you can click on the link either above or below, depending if you're on Facebook or YouTube, and look at a little video about our new course. And thinking about reading, studying, working with mom about the Yoga Sutra has really shifted the way I think about my practice. So, what I find so fascinating is that this is essentially both an ancient philosophical practice and a contemporary physical practice. So, the verse I wanted to talk about is Pada 1, verse 12. Abhyasa Vairagyam Tan Nirodha. The restriction of these fluctuations is achieved through practice and dispassion. But I like to think of it more than practice and dispassion. I like the words determined effort and surrender. So this mirroring or pairing of opposites is essential in our asana practice and in our lives. Mom and I also wrote a sequence for the September issue of Yoga Journal. And maybe I'll do this sequence in the next episode of this little YouTube series. We can do it together. But what we thought about when we were writing the sequence and these concepts of Abhyasa and Vairagyam is to think about the ways in which more is not better. We live in a culture that disagrees with that adage often. More work, more shopping, more food, own more, have a bigger house, fill up your day, take more commitments, fill up your calendar, fill up your life. And the ways in which surrender and release and doing less can be valuable, not just to our spiritual practice, but to our lives, are often overlooked. The ways in which Vairagyam can help us in our practice. So for me, that's often the way in which that manifests can be, for example, if I'm going to do my asana practice and get on the mat, I almost always set a timer when I'm doing a home practice because the determined effort, the abhyasa, is getting on the mat. Rolling out the mat saying, now I have 30 minutes to practice. But the Vairagyam for me is surrendering to whatever arises within this walled off space of 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 15 minutes if I have a flight to catch. So not pushing all the time, but sometimes receiving. The other place I can see it in my practice is in restorative. So not seeing yoga or asana purely as an active masculine practice, but opening myself up to the Vairagyam, the surrender of the receptive practices. So mom likes to say that in active asana practice, we are doing the pose, and in restorative practice, the pose is the actor and we are the receiver. So it is being done, we surrender and allow the yoga to act on us. We receive the pose. And that to me is also part of this balance, this play between abhyasa and Vairagyam. What else can I tell you? The last thing I'll say is I think I really want to encourage you, both if you're a practitioner and if you're a teacher of yoga, to turn your attention to the Yoga Sutra, and hopefully with us, with Mom and me in our yoga journal course online. But in whichever way you engage with the text, I cannot overstate the amount of richness this study is giving to my practice. It's allowing me to see my yoga as a larger part of my life, not just the 30 minutes or the 90-minute flow class I might take, but it's allowing me to see the concepts of yoga everywhere and to, in fact, cultivate a yoga practice that is bigger than my mat. So I hope you'll click on the link above, below, somewhere near this video, and take a look at the little 2-minute promo video about our course. It's really a beautiful offering from Yoga Journal. And until next time, I'm going to send you a big namaste. Ring the bells.